Before I start this video, I want you to look at the Connecticut State Trooper, State Police. Rick, they're the State Police. They're not Highway Patrol. Okay, I want you to look at their website. Department of Emergency Services. This is their Connecticut Gov site. If you can go to their webpage. Look at what it says right here. Public protection. Really? That sounds a lot like public safety. It's for your safety. We're here to help. We're the government. We're here to help. We're here to protect you. I want you to think of this public protection on the state police website when you watch this video. And of course, you can tell it's a liberal left-wing state because guess the first service that they do away with. Due to COVID-19, we will not be processing pistol permits or other license. So, left-wing liberal, that's why you don't give government permission to give you a gun, because they can always withdraw the permission, take the permission away, or decide when and who they give the permission to. Typical left-wing BS. Anyway, in the time when more people ought to be armed to defend themselves, because remember, the cops are not responding to a lot of calls because of COVID-19, and they're letting prisoners and convicted felons out of jail because of COVID-19. And this time, when they're not responding and they're letting more prisoners out, they're saying we're not going to give you permission to carry a gun. If that ain't a point for the Second Amendment, I don't know what is. But remember this when you're watching this video. Hey, go people! Man, this state trooper is earning the hate. Let me tell you, you guys are going to think this is wrong, but I would say a good 75, if not 85% of all California Highway Patrol, CHP, the marvelous highway patrolmen that run around and harass drivers and truckers, 75 to 80% of them have the exact same attitude as this guy. They think traffic violations or questioning their authority is an absolute felony. You deserve to be in jail. You're a piece of crap. They're going to do what they can to take your license and get your license suspended. That was their big thing. You like to drive? Then you better not mess with us. I mean, it is just ridiculous how when you watch this video, you're going to think I make all this shit up about CHP. This is your typical CHP. I think it's your typical all highway patrol, state police, whoever it is that's patrolling the highways, where their main business is harassing, giving tickets, raising insurance, working for the insurance company, responding to accidents, blocking roadways. All they got to do is show up and call in medical, and the fire trucks block the road, and then they draw their little maps, and then they go eat donuts. I mean, it's just ridiculous how they think their life and job is so important. This guy is the epitome of tyrant. Here we go.
Could I just ask you why you're riding their butt like that and speeding, man?
I'm running his license plate because everybody else is speeding. Why are you speeding?
I was only going 60.
Speed limit's 40.
50.
The signs.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay, so the officer was kind of like, look, you were speeding, bye-bye, get out of here. If he'd have just done that, I'd have probably been okay with it, because it gets old as a cop when everybody wants to just tell you how to do your job and tell you how you're not doing your job. So that gets old. But, I mean, when you're out there earning the hate like the cops are now, somebody needs to tell you. The courts ain't telling you. Nobody else is holding you accountable. Citizens are the only ones that are trying to hold you accountable. And this is what happens when citizens try to hold cops accountable. Watch how this guy gets treated.
Oh, give me the weed, too.
No, I have a...
Yeah,
I have a medical marijuana card.
Step out.
I have a card.
Step out.
All right.
Notice the reach for the gun. I have my gun. If you don't step out, I'll shoot you. This guy freaking went from get out of here to I'm going to make you pay because now I saw you had weed. Now, obviously, this place, wherever he's at, what was the state in this? Trooper Spina. Connecticut State Police Trooper F Westbrook Connection. There's a phone number, 86039, okay. The trooper was driving erratically. I flipped him off. That's a good way to kind of get the cops to talk to you. I don't care. People used to flip me off all the time as a cop. I'd flip them off back. I didn't give a shit. I'm not going to chase you down, abuse my authority, pull you over, and try to, make you ruin your life because you flip me off. I get it. People don't like cops. I don't like freaking assholes. I don't care. You flip me off, I'm going to flip you off. So, but this guy's reaction to somebody flipping him off tells the contempt of cop, tells how much he thinks his power, and how dare you disrespect the government, my uniform, my authority, my badge, my gun, my ability to make your life miserable, handcuff you, throw you on the ground, literally throw you off a bridge if I want to. I mean, look, people. All right. I did not realize State Trooper was driving like that until he passed me. I just flipped him off. I thought he was being like an asshole motorist. Take note, he didn't ask me for my license or registration. Of course he didn't. He just wanted to fuck with you. Nor was he wearing gloves or a mask, COVID-19. This is the first time I read this. 20 seconds, give me the weed. 25 seconds, hand on gun, get me out of the car. 42 to ask me where the weed is. 50 seconds, handcuffing me. 109, apparently a guy was following and was flipped off before by another person, or something. Could it be? He fell. 2 people flipped this cop off, and he picked this dude to pull over. Anger, kicking a piece of cardboard on the side of the highway of the bridge. 147, you just had to be a fucking American. When he says that, that does piss me off. 218, imitating me throwing my hand out the window while I was driving. Me leaning to hear, let's see, 308, I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, the code maybe that he quotes. 325, asking me if I want my lunch so he does not get ruined. 323, note the lack of body cam. 335, listen closely. Is 335 where he threatened to throw him off the bridge? I could not tell when he said, I'm going to throw you off the bridge. 412, my ashtray and cigarette butts littered the highway, proceeds to stomp and break it. He did break his ashtray, I saw that. Unhandcuffing me. It's hard to hear with all the traffic noise. You will hear him say, if I ever come across you again, you are going over that bridge. I was no more than 4 feet away from the edge. Okay, so 433 is where he said that. I laughed out of being nervous, thinking he was kidding, and calmed him down. Then he proceeds to tell me, you think I'm kidding? I did hear him say that. You think I'm kidding? And me telling him to be safe because I don't want anyone getting hurt. Look, people, I'm not recommending that you do this to cops, because if you go against the government, you're going to lose. And again, I say it all the time. Even when cops and government lose, they still win, because you get screwed worse. So even though this guy was right and he has a right, free speech, to flip him off, this cop was wrong. This cop should be sued. This cop should be disciplined. I don't know if this cop ought to go to jail, but he definitely has some issues with his power and control and anger. And he's going to retire in a few months. So, I mean, this is like the worst road rage I've seen in a while from a cop. That was seen on film. I think this happens daily, but this one just happened to be caught on film.
It's all right, stop, man.
You want to fucking run your mouth? No problem. You came to the right guy. Step out.
All right, stop.
Now, I've said that before. You want to be an asshole? You want to fight? You came to the right guy. I've said that before when somebody was kind of getting in my face. So, look, there's times to do this, and maybe I was wrong when I did it. I mean, I'm thinking that you really had, for you to get a ticket from me, you had to really be really, really bad, or really, really talk your way into it. And for me to arrest you, it was the same thing. You better be someone to serious crime. I mean, I don't think I've ever arrested anybody for resisting arrest. No other charge. Never. Now, I've put it in there and I've added that charge when we were arresting him for another felony, or he was fighting us, or, somebody had to go to the hospital or something like that. And I tell Oakland, that the cops charge in Oakland, California, they charge resisting arrest so often that the Alameda DA, who charges for Oakland, put out a memo that said, I am not going to trial or taking anybody to court for resisting arrest unless the officer has 3 stitches or more. So the cops knew they weren't going to get charged, which to me, if they had supervisors and if the law worked the way it should, look, we are not going to arrest people that we know are not going to be charged. That's not with the intent and spirit of the law. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We arrest people that we think are committing crimes so they can get charged, prosecuted, and get repercussions for that crime. We don't just arrest them to harass them. So to me, a memo should have went out to Oakland saying, look, stop charging resisting arrest in 148 unless you get stitches, because the DA ain't charging. You know what it did? all the cops there, and I was working there during this time, they were like, we don't give a shit. We'll arrest everybody at 148. We don't care if the DA don't charge them. They still get to go to jail. We handcuff them. We search them. We may get another charge. If they give a shit, we tell the jail they're uncooperative. The jail beats their ass. Then they're released. And it's no sweat off our back. We get a stat. So that's the attitude, unfortunately, when you get, this tyrannical type. And Oakland was a big liberal city, high crime, high gun control, high government, lots of cops. We always need cops in liberal cities because there's always more crime. I wonder why that is.
Come on. Hands, please. Front back. Anything sharp?
No, sir.
Where's the marijuana?
I have it in my car, but I have
Where's
a
the
weed
card?
card. I have a weed card.
6 feet apart. Right now you're just being detained. You're not under arrest.
All right.
Cops always say that you're not under arrest, you're being detained, because that gives them the ability to pat you down. It gives them the ability to exert power over you and put you in handcuffs. You notice they never say that you're being detained for investigation of a crime, and if you commit a crime, I'm going to arrest you, and it will turn into arrest. They just say you're being detained to cover their ass because they put cuffs on you. And a detention, being detained, you can put cuffs on somebody, and you don't have to arrest them. You don't have to do a bunch of reports. You don't have to do paperwork. The one thing that cops normally hate is paperwork. So if they can do something with less paperwork, they'll do it. Now, they've made ticket writing so easy, they just slide your freaking card, it prints out, and all you got to do is sign it. So now, even cops that hate paperwork don't mind writing tickets. I know a lot of cops that wouldn't write a ticket because they hate paperwork so much, they're like, I ain't writing paper unless I have to. I was probably fell in that category.
No, I really don't.
See, the blue car
Yeah, which one?
was tailing me.
Yeah.
While I was pacing a tractor trailer looking for a motor vehicle violation because the governor's office has gotten multiple complaints on traffic stops.
Oh, the governor's office and all state police work for the governor. So whatever the governor wants, the governor gets. So if the government wants me to harass truckers and give out 14 tickets, well, then that's what I'll do. And if the government wants me to harass pesky citizens and give out 100 tickets, then that's what I'll do. Because that's what the governor wants.
Stops.
I know.
Okay?
I know that.
So we're out doing our thing.
Okay.
He decides to pass me and flip me off.
So he's pissed off because another dude flipped him off, and then this guy comes by and flips him off. Okay, in law enforcement, we call that a clue. If you're getting flipped off 2 times in a matter of a few seconds, that's a freaking clue. You're obviously doing something to piss people off.
All right, Spina, I'm sorry. Dude.
All right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So who the fuck do you think you are worried about what I'm doing?
Okay. You're right.
Handcuffed, yanking him, squeezing him, using force. When you put hands on somebody, that is force. I don't know if Connecticut requires a use of force complaint. Most agencies require a use of force complaint when you use force. Because he doesn't arrest him, he's not going to do a use of force complaint. I guarantee you, he didn't record the stop. He didn't issue a ticket. He didn't arrest anybody. This is a retaliation stop. This is I'm going to show you who's boss on these highways. If you drive on my roadways with my badge and gun, I can make you pay if you don't respect my thin blue line.
I know I'm right, goddammit!
Man, he is all over this. This dude's freaking angry. Woo!
Get the fuck down! Everyone's got something to fucking say! Mind your own goddamn business!
Mind your own business. Now, this is coming from a cop with a badge and a gun that is running around because the governor wants more tickets. And he's running around pulling people over, raising their insurance, giving out tickets, detaining them, interfering with their day while they're going to work, pick with their kids, or trying to live their life without government. This is a guy that's telling other people to mind your own business. Wow, the irony is thick here. It's thick as freaking chocolate icing on a chocolate-covered donut.
You're fucking speeding! How about I start with that? No shit! I was following that kid for a reason, and if you hadn't done that fucking stupid stunt, I'd be with him right now. But no! You just couldn't leave it alone, could you? You had to be a fucking American.
You had to be a fucking American. Are you kidding me? This is the attitude of cops now? If you question a freaking thin blue line, you're a fucking American. Let me go back and play that again.
No! You just couldn't leave it alone, could you? You You just couldn't leave it alone, could you? You had to be a fucking American.
Wow. But Rick, the police are our heroes, and they're there to protect us, and you shouldn't pick on them, and this guy's the exception, it's not the rule, and I get so tired of these freaking people that won't see reality.
God help you if there's anything illegal in this car.
God help you. Is that a threat? I mean, you got the guy on handcuffs, you're carrying all your bat tools on your bat belt that can hurt people with a gun and a badge, and the guy's handcuffed, and he says, God help you if there's anything. Is that a threat? Rick, that's not a threat. He's just merely explaining to him that if he finds something illegal, he's going to take proper action as police do because they're trying to protect us. You're a freaking idiot.
Is it in the original dispensary container? What? Is it in the original dispensary container?
Now, I'm assuming, I don't know, in Connecticut, if you have a marijuana card, I'm just taking a swag here, a swinging wild ass guess, that they have a law that if you have a marijuana card, you must have your drugs in the original container. Because he's asking that question for a reason. Because when he finds it out of the original container, then he can arrest you for possession. So he's just showing the guy, and I mean, this guy's been around for a while. He knows the law, but obviously he's had enough. I mean, I've had bad days, but normally if I treated someone like this, they were a felon that was beating up kids or women or robbing and stabbing and shooting people.
Then you're fucked. How's that sound?
Then you're fucked. How's that sound? Kind of sounds like you're being a fucking dick. That's kind of what it sounds like to... Rick, you can't say that. Hey, you're already in handcuffs. What the fuck?
No shit. Mind your own fucking business next time. Yeah, it's called shut the fuck up. I was driving along. I was going to hit you with a simple citation that I give, but no. You got to be... You just couldn't fucking shut your mouth. Where you going anyway?
So I was going to a simple citation. Well, let me tell you something, Officer Friendly. Your simple citation impedes on people going to work, makes them late to work, makes them late to where they're going, makes them be in a hurry to where they're going, so they normally have to speed because you slow them down, detain them. Plus, it raises their insurance, it raises their blood pressure, probably pisses off their spouse because now they have left money, probably takes food out of the kid's mouth because we're already taxed to fucking death every time we turn around, and you're out there fucking people with your simple freaking traffic stops. I hate freaking ticket writing cops with a passion.
Where do you work? Where?
It's called American Pulp.
What's that?
It's
Paper?
Yeah, you know, like the liquor bottles and stuff that the
Ooh, look at the pretty blue line. Rick, he must be important. He's got stripes like the other people that used to abuse people had stripes. Whatever.
it comes in like the train. I promise you, I only have weed in the car.
I thought that was weed at first, but looking back at it...
I promise
Are those computer cables? I think they're computer cables of some sort.
you, I only have weed in the car. Honest to goodness. And it's all right here in my glove box right here.
You ever heard of what a heat seeker is? No. A heat seeker is something that draws attention to itself. Heat-seeking missiles.
This guy's explaining to someone else on how to draw attention to yourself? What the fuck?
They go for the heat. Sit the fuck down. Did I tell you to move?
Control. I got you handcuffed on the side of the road. I've got you sitting on thing. I'm intimidating you. I'm making you show and feel how powerless you are. Sit the fuck down. I didn't tell you to move. I'm in charge. This is my world, and you're just visiting it if you're on my highways because I am the law.
Why am I speeding? I'm doing
I can tell this guy's not really a dope cop because you don't be sticking your hands in a black bag as aggressive as he is because you'll run into needles. I found bags with razor blades topped on the inside, so when cops stop them, you stick your hand in there and cut your fucking hand up. This guy's searching his bag like he ain't never searched a bag for dope. The most this guy's done is written a freaking ticket. And now he's going off on a tangent because this guy flipped him off. Well, maybe he's written people tickets for flipping him off before. Seems like it's a trend with this dude.
my fucking job. Connecticut General Statute.
My fucking job. How many times have we heard that? Those poor Nazi guys that had to load those people into ovens and kill them and burn them. They were just doing their job, Rick. How can you be mad at somebody for just doing their job?
14-298 allows law enforcement officers to disregard the traffic laws in the performance of their duties. How the fuck am I going to catch a speeder if I'm not speeding? You late for your job at NASA with physics?
Yeah, you're right, man.
Where do you want this so it doesn't get trashed?
That's my advice.
I can tell. I don't want to get ruined.
I'm surprised you don't have an S painted on this little thing right here, right in the center of his chest. Because I'm thinking, I'm just guessing, this may be where a camera is supposed to be mounted, but he thinks he's not on camera. This is a great hidden camera. This is why all cops should be videotaped at all times.
Unfucking believable. It just never fucking ends in this fucking job. I got 14 months. I can't fucking wait to be done.
I got 14 months. I feel you, brother. When I had 14 months, I was like, I can't wait to get the hell out of this job. I was saying that probably when I had 2 years or 3 years. I was like, dude, as soon as I hit 50, I'm freaking history. I'm out of this shit. I'll be damned. Rick, it's a good job. It's easy money. You should hung. I mean, I know guys that stay till they get kicked out. They're 60. They can't. They come back and work part-time when they retire. They're just addicted to the power and control. They cannot leave it. And I'm telling you, man, anybody knew the day that I hit 50, it was done. But I could have hit it earlier because when I used to buy a lotto ticket every week, I'm like, dude, if I come in with a win a lotto ticket, I'm gone tomorrow. I'll see you guys. Oh, you'd miss it, Rick. You love this job. I love catching bad guys. I did not love the shit with the administration and the PC crap.
This ought to tell you why our department, instead of having 1,300, has 850 right now.
Are you kidding me? He's blaming this kid because he's driving like a maniac and two people flipped him off. He's blaming this kid on why his agency can't have more cops. This is the mentality. I mean, to me, this just blows my mind. Cops cannot be that freaking stupid. You cannot look at the big picture and wonder why nobody wants to be a cop. Nobody wants to get into police work. First of all, you're second fiddle to all the quota hires. Third of all, when you get in, you're hated by everybody, including the administration. And then the only benefit that you get, maybe, is you get to run around and write tickets and act like a hot dog and a hard ass. And most people don't get into cops for that reason. But it's this guy's fault. How many cops? They're supposed to have 1,700 and they only got 850. You know what? If you got time to do this, 850's too many freaking cops. They only need 450. When cops have too much time to do this shit, that tells you have too many cops. When you have enough cops, cops are busy and they only have time to deal with serious crime. They don't have time for this shit. That's when you know you have the right amount of cops. But Rick, if we have more cops, crime will go down and we'll be safer. Yeah, that's because you're an idiot.
There's a fucking clue to the public. What a bunch of assholes you are.
A clue to the public on what assholes you are. This is this me and them mentality. This is this, I am perfect, I am good, I am God, I'm the protector, I'm smarter than you, I'm better than you, and you pesky citizens should just bow to us. Wow, when I say cops today are worse than the redcoats before the revolution, this is an absolute perfect example. I think he's carrying a cig. That's probably why he thinks he's hot shit. All the cig owners think, oh, those cigs are the best. They're great. I love it. Look, I've got a couple of the old cigs. Sig 1911. Everybody who's got their favorite gun and think all their guns are bad. Cigs are a gun. It's not. I think their service sucks, and I think their quality went way down when they moved from Germany. The two cigs I have were made in Germany. But I digress.
Right there. You want it on paper or not?
So this is the guy's cup holder or ashtray, and he probably found a little joint, because, I mean, that's common. It's not the crime of the century. I mean, I can't even imagine how many cars. I bet you I found what we called a roach, the unburnt part of a marijuana cigarette, in ashtrays a lot more times than I didn't find them.
Is it in the original dispensary container?
broke his freaking shit, destroyed his personal property, got him handcuffed on the side of the road, threatened him, said God help you, trashed his freaking car, and he lets the guy go with impunity because he has immunity. Hey, I'm a poet, didn't know it. With impunity because he has immunity. Damn, Rick, you should write a book. Shut up, you big dummies, and watch your video.
No shit! Turn around.
Stomped on it. Stomped on his ashtray to make sure it was broken. Now, his report, when he gets called out on this, will be, after I found the illegal drugs, I decided to use my discretion and give the guy a verbal warning. So I poured the cigarettes on the ground and I rubbed it in with my foot to ensure that he wouldn't come back and use it later. Doing my job because of the governor wants us to stop this, and I was just doing my job, and I was protecting and serving the shit out of these pesky citizens, and I can't wait to freaking retire in 14 months, and it's this guy's fault that we can't get good officers. That's going to be in his report. Are you freaking kidding me?
No shit! Turn around! Everything across you, man. You think I'm kidding? You think I'm fucking kidding?
Okay, right here, I guess, is where, if somebody can do the video on this, I can't get it. Right here is where he says, I'll throw you over the bridge. And the guy laughs, and he says, do you think I'm kidding? So I definitely heard, do you think I'm kidding? I have no reason to disbelieve this guy, but I think the guy said it. But proving he said it is something else, because I guarantee you, he's not going to admit to saying it.
You think I'm kidding? You think I'm fucking kidding? Look at me. Do I look like I'm happy with you right now? Shut your fucking mouth, mind your own business, and be on your way. Don't you ever fuck with me again.
Don't you ever fuck with me again. First of all, pussy boy with your sunglasses and your little striped pants uniform, thinking you're a big tough guy. This wasn't a fair fight, and I wasn't fucking with you. If I was fucking with you, I'd have had your ass over that fucking bridge. Don't fuck with me again, is what this guy tells the citizens when he gets to handcuff him and hide behind his badge and government power. And I know people, I've had people tell me, take that gun and badge off. I've told crazy cop stories where we've done it in the hood, and the cop and the guy fought it out, and then we left. And I've taken my shit off and walked in a jail cell where the guy was talking big shit before, and he didn't do shit. Now, look, there's always that little bit of, if I hit this cop, I know I'm going to get time and charged, and they don't know if the cop's going to keep his word. So that may play a little bit. But for this guy to act like he's Mr. Tough Guy with his freaking chicken wing arms, and he's going to tell me, don't fuck with me, yeah, I can't fuck with you because of that badge, uniform, and gun. But I wonder what you would do in a real street fight one-on-one. Tough guy. What a freaking punk. Alright, we'll end that there. I went longer than I wanted. Make sure and throw guys that are posting this. I throw them a sub, and I like this video. Alright, we'll end that there.